new form of male contraception.
Oh, what goes in that? Robin, if you'd take that chair.
Whoa. Look at the size of those pistols, too. Scare people in the audience going,
we came to see television.
I have no idea why I have this. It was backstage, and something told me it was a good idea to be armed with a banana before coming out here.
I always wash mine before I eat them.
How are you? How old are you? What's your favorite hobby? Do you have any favorite colors? And what's your most embarrassing experience?
Yes, maybe.
Now that
Thank you. Nice to have you on the show, David.
Oh, David.
David, it's smashing my... Oh, cameras. We better clean it up. I'm sorry.
Yes, we're going into the home,
yes,
Mr.
welcome
Williams.
once again. Thank you, boys.
I should explain, if we both seem a little strange, a little shaky, it's that we rushed across town from a dance class. True?
Yes.
Yes.
If I denied you, do you really feel bad? But...
Yes, if you must agree with everything I say, at least 50% of them. And we both, a moment ago, were sweating, trembling, dashing through traffic, and here we are to have a nice, studied, serious seminar on the theory of comedy.
The nature of comedy as we see it. Let's go back to ancient times to begin with. By showing you some brief slides, here we have Nefertiti and Ramses saying, "Not tonight, it's my pyramid."
Where does it say that?
It's back here on the slide.
Oh, yes.
We examine another one back here. We move along. Let's move a little bit farther back. You see several Cro-Magnon men laughing at a Neolithic man saying, "How many Neolithics does it take to light a fire?" Once again, that wasn't on there.
No, you
Look
made
at this
that
slide.
one.
Miss Lola doing incredible things with a chihuahua. Okay. What? That scared you?
Yes.
Look, toys all over the set. Can we... Don't be afraid. Come on, Mr. Camera. We're going crazy. Come on. Whoa.
Mother gave this so I could write my new book.
Buddha. No, an ode to Fred Silverman.
Take two, let's go. Let's start from the beginning again. Otto, props, let's go.
Oh, look. Better not touch that one. My God, there's a skeleton with red clothes on. That's real sick.
Oh, no. There are children watching.
You're right, they're going,
No, he's not dead. He's living in Miami Beach.
"Get away from there, you boys. Get away from the magazines. You make the pages stick together."
This is going to be an unusual program.
Yes. Especially how they're going to edit it.
I should have mentioned this before. We're going for a Peabody Award tonight for quality in television. And Robin, I am very pleased to have you here. I know this is not your usual sort of gig.
No, I haven't done any talk shows. Probably won't do any more either.
Really?
I'm seeing my career flash before me. It's too late.
Has this ever happened to you? Have you had the kind of stage fright that is so shocking, or on stage flop sweat experience, where it is, in fact, close to life flashing before your eyes?
Once I opened up, I went back home to my old college, and I thought it was going to be a wonderful experience. Mm-hmm. I turned out to go on between two heavy metal acid rock bands, and all the kids in the audience were on Quaaludes going, "I don't know what he's doing." And they started throwing money. They thought that was really nice. So it got to be like Wild Kingdom. "Hey, Tommy, it's a dude on stage. Let's throw something at him, see if he moves." Wow, he did. Bummer.
Under the influence of chemistry.
Yeah. Reality, what a concept. It was real scary. They saw vapor trails. That was the most scary time. And that and another time was opening up for a lady who was a disco singer, and she had the type of thing where every town she was in, she'd go, "I'm so happy to be in Cleveland," And then and they had all these A&M record. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. All these. I'll take that back.
I should warn you that there are some real Russians in the studio, and so anything that you say in Russian double talk or in Russian scat or whatever will be instantly understandable.
"You jive sucker, get off." Don't say "Drodnie proszę wodzi."
And we have not seen in Soviet Union, however.
Oh, then I'm safe.
You opened your act the other night as a Russian, and it was so believable and authentic that had I never seen you before, I would have thought you were from the CCCP itself. Is this an accent that comes natural to you? Is it family heritage? Are you Russian at all?
Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? No, I just dated the girls. I didn't know him. No, my favorite accent is that one. I mean, that an Indian accent. I want to, this swami. When you give me the gifts, I'll buy a big car.
The Maharishi himself is a little higher than that.
Yeah, he talks almost like this, like Mickey Mouse on Valium.
That should get me killed if they come.
Come here, we want to mellow you out.
I found him a very nice man, but I found it hard to keep a straight face.
Oh, it is,
because of the
especially-
sound of his voice.
And also he has the Enlightenment News. Have you seen that? It's on. They show it back on the West Coast, and it's just these very, very mellow people going, "Hello. Today the sun came up. Let's look at what's happening in the world. Everything's going very well despite the wars and famine." And you go, "Okay."
No one ever frowns on that.
No, and then
on
contrast to
program.
that, they have like dueling evangelists with Reverend Ernest Angley and some other people.
Well-
Touch the TV and see yourself glow.
There's something about him that lightens almost anything you bring up. At the end of the show, I thought of something I might have asked him on, and I said, he's such a man of peace, I said, what would you have done with Hitler? Would you have killed him if you had the opportunity? And he took a beat, as we say in the biz, and then he said, I would have told him to meditate. And it was a very strange thing to have laughter following. But
You go, yes, thank you.
of course, thank you. I can't conceive of you bombing these days, and it has to do with a weird thing called acceptance in the business. I know when I first appeared in clubs, I could set records for silence. But after I had appeared on television, I could do the same stuff,
And get raves from
and worse even. I could be awful. But because they had seen me on TV, so the question becomes,
You became like Buckley there for a minute.
I did become.
I'm wondering briefly for a moment.
The question becomes, does one ever know after one is accepted and known whether they're laughing at you or the
don't know.
acceptance? It's a hard thing to know how well you're doing when you're.
Yeah, because you have to have your own internal detectors on what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. Can you detect the too ready laugh
Yeah.
from the real laugh?
You walk and go, hi, and they go, oh, the kid. You have to go, wait, whoa, no, silly caca. We have to Oops, can't say that, I'm sorry. Silly nini.
Yeah, I guess you're under pressure to do a certain amount of editing of yourself because in your act, I once heard the phrase skimming. Does that mean anything to you? Ron Carey, the comic, said, is your act clean or do you skim a little?
What does he mean, skim and get semi-blue and then come back up? And
I guess so, skim the surface of of dangerous things to say or something like that. Or maybe
Sometimes.
skim the scum off the top of a pond or skim the cream off of the...
Sound like Rod McEwen.
You know,
A poem, Skimming Scum. As I skim scum and realize old wino bum drinking, puking on sidewalk. He's my friend on Stanyan Street.
is there anything I could throw at you that would stop you, I wonder? Not that I want
Probably
to.
a gun would be.
Do you always carry a 50-pound sandbag?
No, that was backstage. We could do all sorts of wonderful things with that. Mm-hmm. Toys. Open it up and big snake in there.
There's a, what does that make me think
Oops,
of? What's
a fly. Wait. There he goes, he's off. Oh, he's on
He's
you
not
now.
kidding. And there was a sign, check your fly, a moment ago in there. There he is. Have you ever had that dismal experience of walking out and had inordinate laughter from the people down very
Realizing your
close
fly
in
was
front?
open?
And then you think, now how am I going to find out if it's my fly is open or they're laughing at me? And your hand involuntarily starts to creep over to check, but you can't. I did this in San Francisco.
Was it open?
It was, in fact. Yes.
And you found cameraman going, Mr. Cavett.
No,
National Enquirer has unusual pictures of Dick Cavett.
well, this was in this was in the Hungry Eye nightclub, and it was lucky that there was something for them to laugh at that night. Because
Some of those clubs are incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
the places I played in San Francisco, like beer and wine clubs that are, you get like, it's like street fighting and performing combined, because you get people so loaded they can't see.
and you're fighting for your life up
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's where you learn real quick lines, you have to start. You get real tough, because I saw a lot of friends who were very funny but gave it up after one or two times because they couldn't cope with people going, you suck, get off. And you had to-
Yeah, or the drunk heckler who, a heckler who's sober can be a help to an act, but the drunk who talks during your answer.
Yeah, they have no sense of one. And usually they'll
Kills
come
it for
afterwards, come back up and go, I made your evening, didn't I, man?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've always thought there should be an ejector seat in clubs that you could ease the person over to and you could just...
Or vaporize them.
Yeah.
Oops, some little children are here.
There's a man in our business who...
They're learning some new words today.
We use them in a sentence, though.
He's going,
I know those words. Show me some others.
Actually, they're posing as children. They're merely...
William
there to-
Morris agents.
to Yes, there's some very big people here from William Morris.
Mr. Lotsvogel, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. We'll talk about breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You know, whatever you have is catching, because I'm not usually this weird myself. I'm often very sober. And...
the crews backstage are going, he's seeing his career flash before him. Look, Dick, at last a formula to make the entire world stupid.
I think someone has already invented it.